Hello, friends. Happy spring. It is the Spring Equinox, March 20th of 2026. I love the changing of the seasons. This is going to be a short little vlog in the Michelle Fondin author vlog series. I just wanted to come in, check in with you guys. I'm in the middle of my great big project, which I'll talk about in just a minute. But I wanted to come in and say happy spring to you. This is a new beginning. This is a fresh start. So if you're ready for this spring vlog, stay with me. Hi, my name is Michelle Fondin. I'm the author of 12 published books. Look, I have nothing to show, but I do have this screenshot to show. And that's the whole reason I'm doing this video. My upcoming book is called Love Me Unconditionally, a spiritual guide to self-love, and the companion workbook. Those will be books number 13 and 14. The book releases will be on May 20th in 2 months. Crunch time, May 20th of 2026. I am here with my pals. I've got a Grogu here. And I've got 2 versions of Gudetama. I am also with my Testino Dandelion Caramel Nut Tea in my writer's tumbler. My writer's tumbler, so appropriate for what's going on during crunch time. Oh, it is so good. It is so, but it's very hot here in Southern California. We're having an early summer. I think it's just a blip, but it is very hot here. Big time heat wave. I love it. I love the heat. I also love the changing of the seasons. So let's get started as to why I'm here, wishing you a happy spring if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. Sorry if you're in the Southern Hemisphere. Happy fall, I guess. So equal time for day and night. It is also the beginning of the astrological new year, which is 0 degrees Aries, which I spoke about in another video. I'll post that link right here that you can view after this video, but I really wanted to do a check-in with you guys. Here's why. I am in crunch time editing my books, plural. Books, plural, really editing the first book in the series, but editing the book currently, that takes a lot of time to edit. I want it to be perfect for you guys. So the editing process is quite lengthy. Then there's the formatting, the book formatting process. Then there is the recording of the audiobook. There's the editing of the audiobook. It's a lot of work to create a book. So I'm in crunch time now, which means that there will be fewer videos initially until the release date of my books on May 20th. So I really wanted to do a check-in with you on where you're at for spring, because I always love the changing of the seasons, as I mentioned, because I feel like they are resets. It's an opportunity to embrace a new energy. And while I'm not a fan of winter, I really don't like winter, that's why I'm happy for spring, it is also a reset, right? Winter is more about the reserved energy, conserving your energy, rest, relaxation, recuperation energy. And we need that. Nature needs that. We're a part of nature, so we need it too. So while I tend to resist winter, it's a necessary season, as in all of the seasons. But I really like the cusps. I like the cusps of the changing seasons because it represents that change over in energy. And today is no different, being March 20th of 2026. If you read my 2 Twin Flame books, Twin Flame Romance, A Journey to Unconditional Love, and Twin Flame Union, you know in those books I wrote about 2 spring equinoxes in particular that were really powerful for me on my twin flame journey. And I do write about those in that book. So there's something weird about spring equinox. There's this crazy changing energy, this ethereal energy. It feels ethereal, right? It feels like there's some magic in the air. And you know this if you live in the Northern Hemisphere and you go outside on a spring day, everything feels fresher. The air feels fresher. Even the plants feel fresher. They look fresher too. I can look at my trees in the backyard and see the little buds of flowers that are about to come out on those trees. So there is this ethereal, changing energy. The sounds are different. The smells are different. The air is different. Everything about this energy is different. And for this spring equinox, it is an opportunity for you to have a reset in your energy. One of the main reasons I did not hold up a book, as is my tradition in all the videos, I love all of my published books like I love my children. There is no difference. These books are my babies. They are my creations that I have birthed literally into a book form, from an idea to a book form. And the reason is because of the changing of the seasons for me. That's the reason. Now, this is not push energy, and it's not pushing out the old to bring in the new. It's more of an allowance. It's an allowance of bringing in the new. So for years and years and years and years, many of you knew me as the twin flame teacher, the twin flame guru for you guys and many others. And I certainly have enjoyed that role through the time. Now, the changing of the seasons, the shifting of the gears, that has taken me quite some time. It's actually taken me years to develop this focus, that I'm shifting the gears from being the twin flame teacher to being the self-love teacher, the self-love guru. And that is my fresh start. That is my new role that I am embracing on my spiritual journey, on my business journey, on my journey to becoming a self-love teacher rather than the twin flame teacher. That said, there is a lot of crossover between the twin flame journey and the self-love journey. A lot of crossover. So all is not lost for those of you that came to my channel for the twin flame journey. And of course, there's, as I say all the time, there are plenty of twin flame videos on my channel that you could certainly watch, probably well over 1,000 to 1,400. But I am turning a new page as well on this spring equinox. I am turning a new leaf, and this is exciting. It's exciting for me. It's exciting for my books. It's exciting for the opportunities that lie ahead to be able to teach you guys not only through courses, through videos, and also in live events, which is something that I've wanted to do again for so long. It's something I did in the past, but it's something I have not yet done since I've been living in California, which I'm so excited to be doing again. I wanted to bring something in to tie something together here. And I think that this also was a huge wake-up call for me as far as living the life that I imagine myself to be. I'm going to show you something. It may not have any relevance to you, but if you go back a few vlogs, I'd say about 6 or 7 vlogs, it'll make more sense. This button says the circle of goodness. This is Adam the Woo. It's a picture of Adam the Woo, who was one of my favorite YouTubers. He passed away on December 22nd of 2025. His memorial was on March 8th of this year, this month, approximately 2 months and some change after his passing. And someone had made about 3,000 of these buttons for his memorial service, which happened in California, in Garden Grove, California. And these were in the orange circle. And it's funny that this is a circle and it is orange, and it's a circle of goodness. And he really loved the city of Orange. He had lived there for a few years. But Adam was all about living life to the fullest, sucking the marrow out of life, not waiting for life to happen to him, not waiting for the right moment, the right opportunity, the right anything. He took the bull by the horns. He took life by the horns and did everything he wanted to do. And he didn't have an infinite number of resources to do it either. He started out with a meager existence, living out of his van for years as he started his YouTube channel in 2009. So that is a person that I wish to model my view of life in this new season to embrace everything and not limit myself to one thing and not limit myself to thinking small when I could think big, not limiting myself to only handling a few items, a few things at a time as far as my content goes, but really becoming the person that I wish to become as a teacher, as an author. And so really that is what rang true for me. What rang true for me is that this YouTuber who I watched daily did not play it small, even when he didn't know how he was going to do it. He never played small. And I made the decision that I'm not going to play small either. Now, you might be thinking, oh, it doesn't feel like you're playing small. But in a lot of ways, I had held myself back from being the author that I desire to be. And that's not going to happen anymore, especially with this new self-love series that is coming out for me, for my own self-love, on my own self-love journey. It's just something that I want to do. So I invite you guys to join me on this new adventure, this new journey, because a lot of you know that for 3 to 4 years, I was really trying to navigate this path, especially on YouTube with you guys, to try to see where I was headed with this channel and with my content and with my message, really. And I started with self-empowerment, women's empowerment, self-realization, self-actualization, which really, in all honesty, self-love is all of those things. But once I found my book inside of me, which I started to write it in 2024, once that book started to write inside of me, and then a little bit on the outside in 2024, is when I really started on this pathway, which I'm so proud of. I'm really happy that I finally found the pathway. And what is your pathway? That's kind of why I wanted to come on the video today, is just to say, what is your pathway? It's a new opportunity. It is a new season. It is a new astrological new year. It is time for you to make a choice. What will you choose? It is your life. Last week, I spoke about free will. It is your life. You have free will. What are you going to make of it? I love cusps. I love new seasons. Such a grand opportunity to do something with it. What will you do with it? I'm excited to know. If you know what you're going to do with the Spring Equinox energy and with this new page that you have for a new season in life, whether that season is an actual season, or whether it's a year or decade or 5 decades for you, whatever that means for you, the new season, turning a new page, having new opportunities, a new mindset even. What will that look like for you? Go ahead and put that in the comments section below. And one thing I want to say before we close out is that while I'm not producing a whole lot of content until the book's publication, because editing and such, everything that I named, I am still doing the Love and Clarity Alignment Tarot readings, which the feedback I've gotten is pretty incredible. And again, this really works with the cusp energy, with the Spring Equinox energy. The feedback that I'm getting is that their energy for their love life is shifting pretty instantaneously, meaning you never know these things when you do them, right? When you give tarot readings, when you do channeling for somebody else, you never really know how effective it is until you get feedback. You just don't know. You give the messages and hope for the best. And the feedback I'm getting is really, really positive. Like, people are transforming. Things are actually happening within a week of the reading. So someone might call them out of the blue. They might meet someone new. Their old lover comes back. Things are happening. It's pretty crazy. So if you'd like to book a tarot reading with me for Love and Clarity, the links are below. You can just go to my website, look at tarot readings and coaching, and you can book it from there. So I'm so happy to see you guys, and I will see you real soon on YouTube. I promise. Things might be a little more irregular until May 20th, and I'm giving y'all the heads up right now. But I want to thank you so much for joining me here today. Happy spring once again. Thank you for subscribing. If you're not yet subscribed, click on the bell, scroll up to all notifications. Thanks for giving the video a thumbs up. Thank you for your support of all of my published work. You can purchase 1 or 2 of my books. The links are all below. And I will see you in the next video.